Okay, we're talking Chapter 1, Section 1.3, Weekly Time Card. This is actually a group question, questions 3 through 10. So we got to figure out how much we work for the week, which means we have to figure out how much we work per day. Remember, start time goes on the bottom, end time goes on top. In the morning, you're working from 8:15 to 12 noon on Monday, and then you come back after lunch at 12:30 and work till 4:30. So you got to borrow, since 15 can't come all the way from 0. You're borrowing 60 minutes, remember that. So 45, 50 minus 15, and then you are 3 hours and 45 minutes in the morning, and just count your fingers in the afternoon, you're at 4 hours. You're going to add up the morning to the afternoon, and we're left with 7 hours and 45 minutes on Monday. Okay, go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Question number next, on Tuesday, you start work at 8:30 in the morning, goes on the bottom since you're doing subtraction, and you're working till 12:30 in the morning before you go to lunch. So again, count your fingers, 12 minus 8 is 4. You go away to lunch and you come back at 1:10. So that goes on the bottom. And you are working till 5:10. Again, just count your fingers. 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon. You're going to add them up. Your total daily work is 8 hours on Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday comes around. Wednesday, you start at 8:35. You work till 12:50 before you go to lunch. So you don't have to borrow across. You can just do the math, simple math. And then when you come back from lunch, you come back at 1:30 and you're going to work till 5 o'clock. So you're going to have to borrow. 60 minus 30 is 30. 4 minus 1 is 3. You're going to add up the morning at 4:15 to the afternoon at 3:30, and you come up with 7 hours and 45 minutes on Wednesday. And now we're at Thursday. Thursday, you get there at 8:15 in the morning, goes on the bottom. You work till 12:10. You're going to have to borrow. So 12 take away an hour is 11. Add 60 to this. And 60 minus 15 is 11. Okay. Again, borrow. Remember, treat the 12 like a 0 on this one on 12 hours. So 35, 3 minus 0 is going to be 3. 3 hours and 55 in the morning, 3 hours and 35 in the afternoon. Add them up. You're going to come up with 90 minutes, which is greater than 60, so you're going to have to carry. You're carrying an hour. So 7 hours and 30 minutes on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to go ahead and start time was at 8:25. You work till 1:15, so we're going to have to borrow. And when you borrow, you're going to borrow an hour, so 1 hour before that's 12. Add 60 to 15 gives you 75. 12 minus, so 4 hours and 50 minutes in the morning. In the afternoon, you go away for lunch, you come back at 1:50, and you're going to work till 5:30. Again, you're going to have to borrow. 60 plus 30 is 90, so 3 hours and 40 minutes in the afternoon. So you're going to add them up. So 40 plus 50 is 90 minutes. Again, greater than 60 you have to carry. So 8 hours and 30 minutes. Next step is you're going to have to get the weekly total. Okay, let's clean it up a little bit. And now you're going to get the total for the week. You add up all the dailies. So I add up all the minutes. Do not carry like you would on normal math. Keep it on the right of the colon. Add up all the hours. Now, how many 60-minute periods go into 150? Well, 2. Oh, so 150 minus 120 gives you 30 left over. Carry that 2 over. So your total time for the week is 39:30. 30, remember, is half an hour. It's 30/60ths of an hour or a half an hour. So at the bottom of your time card, 39 hours and 30 minutes. But on a calculator, when you do the math, you have to use decimal, which you're going to use the 39.5. That's what you got to use in a calculator, and you have to use for calculation. We're then going to take, now we start doing the question number 9 and 10. They're basically exactly the same. The only difference between one and the other is the shift differential, the overtime differential. So straight time pay is 37 hours. So how much overtime did you work? You worked 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours of overtime. Your straight time pay is $11.25 per hour times the straight time per hour is $638.25. You're going to need that for both of them. The overtime was 2.5 hours times your straight time pay, $17.25. And on question number 9, it's time and a half. So you multiply those together and you come up with your overtime is $64.69. You're going to add that to the straight time pay, which you calculated, and you're going to come up with $702.94. Now that changes. The straight time pay stays the same. Again, the only difference in 9 and 10 is number 10 is double time, so you're going to change that to times 2.5 hours at double time, so you multiply it out. 17.25 times 2.5 hours times double time, and you're going to get overtime is $86.25. You're going to add that to the straight time pay that we calculated originally, and the difference between the two is less than $25.